What's up guys, Shane Starnes here, and Samsung just officially announced the Galaxy Note 20 and Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I'm super excited to get my hands on the Note 20 Ultra, which I've already pre-ordered, and I may be also ordering the Note 20, but before you spend your hard-earned cash, there are several things that Samsung forgot to mention about the Note 20. We're going to cover the top 10 things Samsung didn't tell you about the Note 20. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you should really know about the Galaxy Note 20 is that this is a $1,000 phone, so it's meant to be a flagship, yet it has a reinforced polycarbonate back.
Joe Dirte?
Don't try and church it up, son. Don't you mean Joe Dirt?
To me, reinforced polycarbonate is Samsung's way of fancying it up. For those of you in the back, that is a plastic back on a flagship device that costs $1,000. Now, yes, you may can argue that reinforced polycarbonate plastic is more durable than glass, and some of you may actually prefer that. And I know that some of you are going to say you won't notice a difference. It's going to feel like glass. Max Weinbach actually had some early hands-on with the Note 20. He's already felt the back of the Note 20, and he says it feels like fine grit sandpaper. To me, that doesn't sound like a $1,000 premium materials device. So you're going to get a plastic back on a $1,000 phone. If you step up to the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, of course you're going to get a full metal and glass build that's going to feel ultra premium. You may want to consider jumping up to that Note 20 Ultra if design and premium builds is something that you're concerned with. So the Note 20 Ultra actually features Gorilla Glass 7, which is awesome because they've improved the drop durability. So you can actually drop this phone from 6.5 feet, so head height. So if you're talking on the phone, you drop the phone, it should be able to drop and fall on even rough surfaces like concrete without shattering. Corning says it's able to do that up to 15 times without shattering. So that's a major improvement in durability. It also adds scratch resistance. But for some reason, Samsung forgot to mention that the Galaxy Note 20, a $1,000 phone, will not feature Gorilla Glass 7. Instead, it's going to be packing Gorilla Glass 5, which means you're going to have less drop durability. It'll be more prone to shattering, and it'll also be more prone to scratches. So that's something else that you should consider. So the last several devices that I have used on a regular basis have been the Galaxy S20 Ultra and then also the OnePlus 8 Pro. Both of those were able to do 120 Hertz, which is the refresh rate. The Note 20 Ultra can also do 120 Hertz, albeit at 1080p. That being said, the Galaxy Note 20 cannot do 120 Hertz refresh rate. So things are not going to be as smooth, especially like when you're scrolling through your Twitter feed or your Facebook feed, or you're looking at various websites. When you're doing that scrolling, it's going to look more jittery, especially if you're coming from a device like the Galaxy S20, which had a 120 Hertz display. Samsung actually made it seem like the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra were both going to have the 120 Hertz display during their press conference, but that isn't the case. The Note 20 does not come with 120 Hertz. It will have a 60 Hertz display. For some reason, Samsung has decided to just go ahead and make a considerable concession when it comes to the display of the Note 20. It is a serious downgrade from the display on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So the Note 20, not only is it going to have a 60 Hertz refresh rate, it's also going to cap at 1080p. So you're not going to get the QHD Plus that you can get on the Note 20 Ultra. You're going to be stuck at 1080p, which if you ask me, a $1,000 phone with just a 1080p display, come on guys. There's so many other cheaper options out there with QHD displays. I'm not sure why Samsung can't do QHD on the Note 20. So the Note 20 does come with 128 gigabyte and 512 gigabyte options, but if you need to expand your storage past the base model 128 gig, you're gonna have to just step it up and pay $12.99 for that 512 gigabyte option because there's no expandable storage. The Note lineup used to be the lineup where everything was included. This was the power user's phone, but if you need that power user experience, you're gonna have to step it up to the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra does have a micro SD card slot with expandable storage up to 1 terabyte. Instead of going for that 512 gigabyte option, just go for the 128 gigabyte Ultra option with the expandable storage. It's going to be a difference of $100, and I think that overall you're going to be in a better position. So whether you pick up the Note 20 or Note 20 Ultra, both have an upgraded S Pen with better latency. So the Note 10 Plus from last year had a 46 millisecond latency. The Note 20 actually improves on that with 26 milliseconds, But for some reason, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra improves even further with 9 milliseconds of latency. So it feels like you're actually writing with a pen or a pencil. You're actually going to see the marks on your screen as you write them with the Note 20 Ultra. The same can't be said for the Note 20. It only gives us a half a step instead of a full step, and I'm not sure why they didn't just increase that latency on the Note 20. For whatever reason, you're gonna have to upgrade to the Note 20 Ultra to get that full benefit. So the S20 Ultra actually upgrades the front-facing camera to a 40 megapixel shooter. However, the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra downgrade back to last year's Note 10 Plus camera. So you're getting the same exact front-facing camera as the Note 10 Plus. So that's a 10 megapixel shooter with f2.2 aperture. It's a decent front-facing camera, but you would think if they could put it in the S20 Ultra, then surely they'd be able to bring it to the Note 20 or at least the Note 20 Ultra. But this year there's no upgrade in the front-facing camera. So the last thing that Samsung didn't really mention is the fact that the S Pen is now on the left side of the phone instead of the right side of the phone. This is the first generation that the placement there has been moved. I'm not really sure why they have made the change. Maybe they wanted to give lefties a phone for once, because for people that are right-handed, it is going to be a bit of an annoyance at first, especially if you're used to having that S Pen on the right-hand side. You're gonna find muscle memory going to the right side of the phone until you figure out that, hey, this thing's on the left side of the phone. It's actually not a huge deal, and it just will probably take a day or so of getting used to, but it would have been nice to just see it where it's always been on the right side. So as you guys can see, the Note 20 is a huge downgrade from the Note 20 Ultra. The Note 20 is no longer that pro user, everything's included phone. You're gonna have to step up to the Ultra version to get everything that you would expect out of a Samsung flagship. For most people, the Note 20 is going to be a hard pass. I can't stress this enough, the Note 20 Ultra is probably the phone that you should be going for if you're the type of a power user that would be watching this video. Just spend the extra $300 and grab that Note 20 Ultra, especially since you can trade in a phone like whatever you had last year for about $650 in credit. It's actually going to pay off to just go ahead and grab that Note 20 Ultra. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you mind the plastic back? Do you mind the no expandable storage? Are you okay with a downgrade display that's just 1080p and just 60 Hertz on a phone that costs $1,000? Let me know your thoughts in the description below. Will you be picking up a Note 20? Will you be picking up a Note 20 Ultra, or are you holding on to your cash for that Galaxy Fold 2? I can't wait for that phone, but that's another video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and thanks in advance for the thumbs up. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.